What is going on, creators? I'm here. Oh, it's about noon and I still haven't had my morning coffee. Oh. But all right, so I'm here. I'm exporting, I'm compressing, exporting the yesterday's episode where I go to Eckley's Miners Village. It's a lot of fun shooting there. Beautiful, beautiful place. If you're ever in that area, definitely stop by, check it out, see what's going on, get a tour, all that fun stuff. And so also I stopped at the studio real quick and finished sculpting this little beauty here. It's a mini skull bolo that it'll be. So, and I believe today's the day. That I ship my diamond skull out. Oh my god. Have to part ways with it. Oh, oof. Stole my heart and stole several hours, maybe hundreds of hours. Oh, well, the energy of my being, of my essence, has been invested into that piece, I feel like. I've mixed up a polyclay. Takes about 24 hours to cure. It's heat activated curing, and I've started applying it to various points throughout this this skull, this mini skull for a bolo tie, and then I've also added it around the edge of the frame just to give it that nice smooth feel to it. And now I will be diving into this. Oh boy. Patching that up. The way I'm going about doing this is initially I smeared it all around the inside, which would give it that good grip, like a good grounding. And now what I'm doing, as you can see, is I smear them into the already established like foundation. Then I just lightly smush them together. It doesn't really matter what the inside really looks like, it's the outside that truly matters here. And so for now I'll let it sit, I'll let it cure, give it that good foundation, that really solid foundation, and then tomorrow after it finishes curing, I'll be able to go back in, kind of fill in the gaps and wait for that to cure, and then I'll be able to go back in and sand the whole front and then prime it and then stain on top of it and blend it all in. And here I'm working on a skull torch. So for the skull torch, this will be like the outside, like the holder, and then inside I'm going to line it, fill it in with a fire safe filler, and then I'll have the candle inside, or the lamp candle, whatever, house it inside, and then have the flange down here, which will connect to the rod, to the handle of the torch. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm just going in, I have a little extra putty right now, so I'm going back in, just kind of prepping the work area for the flange once I get it so it sits kind of flat. Emailed out some contracts to some instructors, running to the bank now, uploaded another episode to the YouTubes, then gotta head back to the studio and finish painting some stuff, getting some like mini sets ready for a photo shoot tomorrow for creator lifestyle social media stuff. Should be a lot of fun. really interesting concepts I'm working with. Like, fun fact, did you know that the Mexican jumping bean is not actually a bean at all? It's actually a pod from a bush, and the thing that, you know, makes the beans move, there's actually a larva laid by some sort of moth in the pods. And so before the beans, well, I guess before the larva turn into full moths, matured moths, they they just kind of hang out inside the bean as like a protective shell as they grow. I was trying to decide what audiobook in my library of audiobooks do I want to re-listen to now, or a new book to kind of venture into. And one of the books that I truly enjoy listening to over and over and over is the author is Jay Baer, and the title is Utility. And pretty much in that book, it tells you, you know, no matter what kind of business you're in or what kind of individual you are, no matter what kind of creator, artist, inventor, whatever entrepreneur, whatever endeavor you're really into, you gotta push that into, simply, you just gotta create content for it and get it out there and just put it out there, put yourself out there, and explore different social media. One of the things I just enjoy doing is whenever I see like a business brand or like any kind of local entity, like an entrepreneur or even just a small business in general, one of the things I like to do is, you know, think to myself, how would I take that business and really promote it online? Because, you know, most local businesses nowadays, that's not even a thought, that's not even a consideration. Social media, Facebook, they don't know how to fully utilize that kind of stuff, let alone like monetizing their website. Oh, if they even have a website, or if they just rely on Facebook completely for, you know, any kind of like online hub. Anyway, so I just saw a truck for Blue Ribbon ice cream. Now that's a local kind of like Exeter, Pennsylvania brand, and let me tell you, I love their ice. They are my favorite ice cream ever. There's some taste about them that's completely unique, absolutely unique. Their vanilla is just the best vanilla ever. I don't know how they do it. I don't know. It's just the best, honestly. So, I mean, this isn't a plug for them or anything, but I'm just using them as an example. So say Blue Ribbon. Some quick, you know, tutorials, some quick content that they can do is like how to make the best milkshake, or like what's the difference between a milkshake and a blizzard, and how to make, you know, either or, you know, or like top 5 tips for making the best ice cream sundae, or, you know, 5 mistakes everyone makes while trying to top their ice cream, or actually, like, you know how people like dip the ice cream cone into chocolate and it has that hard chocolate shell? Now that's a skill. Like, that's, you can't just dip ice cream into one of those chocolate vats, like, honestly. So stuff like that. It's like, I don't know how to do any of that, so give me that value. Stuff like that. Or even like, oh, like how people get those like frozen headaches, you know, if they eat their ice cream sundae too fast or drink their milkshake too fast, they get that freezer headache. Like how to avoid that, or if you have it, some quick tips to alleviate it. On the monetization aspect of that, say for example you're Blue Ribbon ice cream, right? And you're talking about how you're such an expert in milkshake making. Well, what you could do is create a Amazon affiliate, grab one of the like milkshake makers from there, and just throw it on your website and make references to it, link back to it, and before you know it, maybe even make sales from it, or even ice cream makers itself, or maybe, hey, produce your own ice cream makers, see what you want to do. Listen, I could do this all day, talk about ideas, talk about ways to monetize your website, sell globally, all that kind of stuff. But if you're having any kind of trouble, feel free, email me at jc@artbizpro.com. I'd love to start a conversation with you, talk about different ways that you can really start dipping your toes into the online world and global logistics. when it comes to content creation, you're going to be creating a ton of content. And so one thing I wanted to do was I stopped at Dollar Tree because I want to try and produce things with as small, as teeny tiny as a budget as possible. So I stopped at Dollar Tree, picked up some paintbrushes, some poster paint, and then some paint pens. So let's give them a try, see how good they are. Manageable, not bad for $1. And you get all kinds of colors, primary colors, and green. Now on to the poster paint. Yeah. All right, yeah, look at this. It's actually, it's looking pretty thick, not bad. All right, I thought it'd be really runny, really wet, watered down, but no, not bad. All right, I have a kind of a wacky idea going on with this guy as a Mexican jumping bean for like a little video. So what I plan to do is mix up some paint, give him a fresh coat of paint, try and make him a little brown. Just mixing up some brown. How I achieve this is with a little bit of yellow, some white, black, and just a tiny bit of red. Time to touch up the white parts. Now I kind of take back what I said earlier about the paint. Well, it seems like all the colors are pretty good with their thickness. The only color that's not too good with its thickness is the white, actually. For my Less Vape project, what I've done is I lightly wrote out the words and letters where I want them to generally be, and now I'll be going over it. I'll be painting on like a dark green, got a beautiful dark green going on here, and then just apply it. Now I'm just going for a very organic, very rustic, very rough kind of lettering. I'm not trying to do like wonderful calligraphy or anything like that at this point. Just trying to get the point across. Breathe more fresh air, less vape. Got it. Yeah, see what I mean with the soupy white paint we got going on here? Oh my god. So we grab a little and then just kind of dab it over the black line. See, the black line was the outline I was trying to follow when I was originally cutting the wooden board. But oh man, so what I have to do is really kind of just glob it over the area that I want it to kind of mask. Yeah, so for any kind of white paint, I would not go to the Dollar Tree to pick it up. Yeah, you're gonna want to just do a typical like white primer just to save your product, save you time. But you know, hey, this is what I got, this is what I'm dealing with, so let's make the best of it. Even if you want to just kind of dab along the line where you want it to set. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, this is It's going to be interesting to see how this dries. That's the next test. Will it be all dusty? Will it crack? Or will it just shrink? I'm working with the face for the tree that I'll be saying. Breathe more fresh air, less vape. So these are the shapes that I cut out. I kind of just threw some spray paint on top of it, gave it a nice light brown vibe going down. But yeah, now it's time to really go back in and refine the pieces with some of this paint. Now I'm just going in, giving it a nice thick black outline. Because I'll probably be about, I don't know, maybe like 3, 4, 5 feet away from it. So I just want to, you know, define the edges. I'm giving the tree guy or tree folk, you know, Magic the Gathering, if you know what I'm talking about. The tree guy, some nice relaxed eyes, you know, he's not freaking out. He's just kind of like, bro, come on, are you for reals? Are you for reals, bro? And I decided to go with a blue eye color for our tree folk guy. Now, I'll probably go back in tomorrow and add a little bit more like a whitish blue to this, because as you see, all this wet paint is really pulling on each other. So just want to get an idea of like, yeah, that is the color I want to go with. So I'll go do that, and then tonight I'll continue with just adding some more white to the whites of the eyes here. Imagine this box is the tree. So we have the mouth, we have one eye, two eye, got the nose, that should however, and then we got the sun. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Oh, it won't sit straight on the steering wheel. All right, so I'm here at Wegmans. My girlfriend Cassie just ran inside, grabbing some popcorn for a movie date night inside, and some sparkling water. Fun fact, ooh, I love sparkling water, specifically either passion fruit or raspberry lime. Oh my god. And now I'm starting to see some of these like limeade and like, you know, watermelon or like lemonade and other obscure combination. Those are all right, I'll give them that. Not bad, pretty tasty. So I wonder which one she's picking out. If I had to guess, I'd probably guess the raspberry lime. Because last time I was here, I picked out the passion fruit, and she usually goes for the raspberry lime or even like a lemon lime, but I don't think they have lemon lime here at this Wilkes-Barre Wegmans. So that's my bet. So I'm trying to catch up on phone stuff like emails, social media, that kind of fun stuff. But so after Wegmans, probably gonna run to Red Leaf, grab some salads, some wraps, fresh. If you're unfamiliar with Red Leaf, it's a local chain. They now have 2 locations. It's a really tasty salad place. So usually what Cassie and I do, we order through the app and then just run in and pick it up. But they have all kinds of fresh stuff, just freshly chopped lettuce, spinach, you know. Envision what Subway is, but make it only wraps or salads, but like ultra fresh ingredients and very unique, very tasty, different salad dressings and toppings. Oh, I can't wait. And they have some really good vegan and vegetarian options as well, which we appreciate absolutely.